Hi, this is Christina from Tomes and Tequila, and I'm here with my January favorites video. I'm a few days late to put it up because I wasn't feeling that good last week, but I have some cool products to show you that I was really digging in January. I love watching these videos on YouTube, and I have a few channels that I watch faithfully and I live for their monthly favorites, so I figured why not, I would film one of my own. So before I get started, if you're a fan of beauty, fitness, books, makeup, pretty much anything in life really, and are on a quest also to curate the best life you possibly can, then please hit the subscribe button down below and hit a thumbs up if you enjoy this video. So I could use some support and the knowledge that there are people out there watching these suckers, because you know it always makes the effort feel a little bit more worthwhile. So I'm gonna get started with my January favorites for you, and I think I'm gonna start with beauty and then go to some other products that I picked out. I will put a link down below with all of the products that I mentioned in the video. I think I found everything online. If it's on Amazon, it's an affiliate link. I've mentioned affiliate links before on the blog. Basically what it is there's no extra fees for you or anything like that, but if you do buy one of the products using my affiliate link, then I get a tiny little commission basically just for sending you over there. There's no added fees for you. It just makes me a couple cents for having sent you over to the product. I have Etsy affiliates and Amazon affiliates, and that's the only people that I'm working with at this time. But I can tell you so far I've made $0 from Amazon, so I don't want you to think I'm making big bucks off any of this. It's just a means of supporting my channel and helping me to, I would say, buy more products so I can tell you what I liked and what I didn't like. So I'm gonna start with some makeup. First, I've got a couple eye palettes for you. I have been really loving eye makeup. I'm going through an eye makeup phase right now. Sometimes I'm on a lipstick thing. Right now I am on an eye makeup, not like an eye makeup fetish at the moment. And I've got two new palettes that I'm absolutely loving. And the first one is Too Faced Chocolate Chip palette. And if I can figure out how to add photos of any of these into this video, I will. If not, as I go along, hopefully I can figure out how to do that in my software, and eventually we'll get some cool shots up of the different products that I mentioned. But for now, I will try and at least hold it close enough to the camera that maybe you can see what I'm talking about. Maybe. So this chocolate chip palette from Too Faced is all matte products. So none of them have sparkle or shine or anything. I'm gonna try and hold it close enough up to the camera, and maybe my camera will focus a little bit. It's got beautiful browns and a green and a couple light pinks, and it is just gorgeous. And I'm wearing it today. My favorite color in the whole palette is the green, because it comes out, got it kind of in my crease in the corner of my eye, and I don't know how well it will show up on camera, especially with the window behind me, but it is the most beautiful shade of green, and it comes out really like a kind of a muddy browny green and not really bright. And the first time I put it on my eyes, I flipped my lid. Like, I took Snapchat pictures and sent it to all my friends and went like, my eyes look amazing, because I love this palette. And that green color, I just want to put it on my eyes all the time. So right now, today, I have this Too Faced matte chocolate chip palette, and then I have a couple shades from this Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. And I had previously bought a very small Naked palette that just had mattes. And that's the only one of the Naked palettes that I had. And I've heard people rave about them, but the small matte palette I rarely use. I'm not sure why I don't use it, because they show up pretty nice on your eyes. The pigment is really good. So I think it's just because the shades just aren't, or nothing to really, I don't know, there's just nothing fancy about it. I don't know, there's nothing that stands out about the shades that are in the small palette I have. But this Naked 3 palette that comes, by the way, in this gorgeous like rose gold color, which just calls to me because I'm going through this rosy gold pinky really curly phase right now, which I'm sure my husband loves. But the shades in this palette, once again, I'm gonna hold it up and hopefully you can see, and if not, you're just gonna have to trust me, but the shades in this palette are pinks, and the shades, I don't know if you can see, are just these beautiful pinks and browns and like mauve-y kind of colors that are so pretty, and they're so pigmented, and like the ones that aren't matte just show up so beautiful on your eyes. And I actually stuck the shade Buzz, which is this really pretty pink shade that's right here in the middle. I actually have it right on my eyelid right here in the center, and I love how the shine on it just looks so metallic. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just a really pretty pinky metallic color that makes my heart sing when I look in the mirror. I don't know. We'll see if you can see on my hand right there. It is just beautiful. I don't know, it's such a gorgeous metallic pink, and it goes so well when I'm doing browns, and I always like purples and greens and browny colors on my eyes because I think it looks good with my, I've kind of got green eyes that look blue sometimes, green sometimes, it depends on what I'm wearing. And I think that my eyes look best when I've kind of got those mauve-y, browny, greeny kind of colors on. I don't know. Those two eyeshadow palettes are amazing, and I reach for them every time I'm doing my makeup right now. So they're well deserved in my January favorites, and I feel really comfortable recommending them to people. Something you should know about me that I'll just throw out here really quick. I'm a very honest person with a serious guilty conscience. So if I tell you that I really like something, I really like something, because I could never tell my friends, and I figure most of who's watching my videos right now are my friends. And even if I've never met you, if you're reading my blog posts and you're liking my Instagram pictures and you're on my Facebook page and you've bothered to come over here to my YouTube channel, we're friends. And I could never tell a friend of mine to buy something knowing in my heart that it wasn't good. It has to be something that I've purchased myself, or it's from a site I'm comfortable purchasing from, or it's something I would buy myself, because I just don't have the conscience to send you someplace for any other reason. It would kill me. I would not be able to sleep at night worried that you bought something on my recommendation, knowing in my heart that it wasn't a good product. So like these eyeshadows I wear all the time, and I mean, everybody likes different stuff, so you know, if it's a matter of taste, it's a matter of taste, but I feel comfortable in my heart telling you guys that I like the product. So I'm just putting that out there today. Probably, I don't know, I might not need to, but I'm putting it out there. So I only have one other makeup product in my January favorites, which I know is kind of crazy, but since the only other video that's even remotely like this was a makeup favorites, then I just didn't want to grab a bunch of the same things. I do have this. It is by Nude Stix, and I got it in a Sephora package that was like a set of all nude lipsticks that were from different companies. But this Nude Stix, it is a lip and cheek pencil in Whisper. Hold it up and see if you can see that. Okay, it's in Whisper. And it is this, so you can use it on your lips, you can use it on your cheek. I wouldn't put this on my cheek so much because it is very pale. I am wearing it right now on my lips because normally if I've done my eyes really, like I've really gone, I wouldn't say overboard, but if I've really done my eyes, I usually like to go with a very neutral lip because I don't want them competing with each other. And this is a great neutral, very nude, but with a slight kind of cooler, slightly pinky undertone, but it's a big fat pencil, if you can see. But it's very creamy, like it goes on very well, and it's the perfect neutral if you're wearing mauve pinks or greens and browns and things. I just think it's a good complement because it does have just that slight pink to it. It's like your lips, only a little bit better. And I don't know, I've had it for a while and didn't wear it, and now I'm reaching for it all the time. I think because I've been spending so much time doing my eyes that I'm like, I should tone it down on my lips. So I haven't wanted to wear my pink that I wear all the time, and I've just really loved this. So I have a lip product, but it's not makeup. I wouldn't call it makeup. I bought this, it is Vaseline Lip Therapy, which is not a sexy product to have in a favorites, but it is winter, and a lot of us in the wintertime have problems with chapped lips. Vaseline to me is like the go-to standard for really dry lips. And I know that some people probably don't like Vaseline products because of petroleum and stuff. I am all for choosing greener products and things like that, but sometimes I just want to slap Vaseline on my lips, and it's just what I want. But I bought this Vaseline Lip Therapy, and it's in creme brulee. And it's a little tiny little tub, which to me is perfect for sticking in my nightstand or tossing in the bottom of my purse. And yes, it is one where you have to stick your finger in it, and some people don't like gunking their finger up. I don't mind, but it smells good and it goes on nice and thick. I don't know. It's done a really good job of keeping my lips from just being so horribly dry this winter. And I know I haven't had as many problems with really dry skin since we moved to Virginia from North Dakota, because in North Dakota, my skin was so dry and my husband's was really dry too. And we all just had a problem with needing to slap assorted moisturizers all over us because we were all so dry. And I haven't had as much of a problem here, but I'm definitely having issues with my lips and my hands. And this Vaseline Lip Therapy, I don't know, it's just this cute little thing, and I loved it. And it smells good. The other thing I have two skin products that the sizes I have are minis, because I'm a big fan of purchasing mini and travel size skincare products so that I can test them out and see if I like them. Because a lot of skincare products are expensive, and you don't know if you're gonna like them, and you don't know how it's gonna react on your skin. And one person may truly love a product, and it might work amazing on their skin, and it might just do horrible on yours. And it's just kind of a crapshoot with skincare, because everybody's skin is so different, and people have sensitivities, and some people don't like scents and they do like scents, and I don't know, to me it is really a crapshoot. So I love buying miniature travel size products just so I can test them out. Once I've tried it, then I can go, I really love this enough to buy the full size product, regardless of how much it costs. And if it hasn't just wowed me, then I go for another mini size product. And I think that I've mentioned before on the blog, I am a huge fan of Sephora, and I'm a VIB Rouge. I spend way too much money on Sephora, but Sephora has a good selection of mini and travel size products, and so does Ulta. Sephora has the packages of like their best of skincare, or different skincare lines will have a package of their whole like anti-aging line. It's easy to buy miniatures to test out. So my point is that I like buying minis because I can test them out and see whether I want to buy full-size products. These two minis that I'm going to show you, I will buy full-size products of because I've tested them out and I love them, and I'll buy the big ones once I'm done with these little minis. But like I said, I'm kind of a miser. So the first one I have is the Korres Wild Rose Advanced Brightening Sleeping Facial. So the miniature looks like this. The full-size product comes in a jar, so it's not in a squeezy tube like this. But you would put it on after you've done the rest of your skincare routine at night, and you leave it on overnight and then rinse it off in the morning. So it's an overnight sleep mask. It is heavily scented, so if you're someone who does not like heavily scented skincare products, then this one's not going to be for you. But I like it. It does smell like roses. Occasionally when I put it on, I do kind of feel like my grandmother. My grandmother must have had something she put on that was rose smelling that just brings me back to my childhood. But then I also kind of, when I'm really doing a heavy skincare evening routine, I just tell myself I'm like some fancy 1950s icon who is doing her full routine with her hair pulled up, and I go to bed smelling like products, and I don't mind the smell anyway. I just tell myself I'm like pampering myself, and it's amazing, and I'm doing wonderful things for my skin. But this product is one that I have used that my husband actually noticed that I had done something different. And every time I have used it in the morning, my husband has said, well, your skin, it looks really bright and shiny today. I've asked him, can you tell that I'm spending all this time now on my skin? And he said yes. And when I have used this product, he has actually commented like, your skin, especially on your forehead and like your cheeks, just looks just bright and healthy and shiny. And since it is a brightening face mask, it is actually doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I think that when your husband actually notices that you've done something with your skincare, then it's a product that you need to keep buying. So that is one I'm definitely gonna get again. And then if you follow me on Instagram and you watch any of my Insta stories, I had purchased a foundation that I tried out, and I am gonna give it a second go, but when I tried it out for the first time, I did post that I probably wouldn't review it because it looked so bad on my skin, and it made me look like I had dry patches all over where I did not realize I had dry skin. That night, I have been using some peels and a little bit of stuff, but I really didn't think that I had a whole lot of dry skin on my face because it just wasn't showing up on, using any of the other products that I normally use on my face. But this particular day, I just had dry patches all over, especially down here along my jawline, which I just thought was really weird because it wasn't even up on my forehead where I normally put a lot of the heavier products just because of wrinkles and stuff. But that night I went looking through all of my products trying to find a really good exfoliator, and I pulled out this, and I'm not going to say the brand because I know I'm going to mess it up. It's Ole Henriksen, I don't know. I really should have probably looked it up first. But it is the Transforming Walnut Scrub. And this full size actually does look like this, but only big. It says walnut powder and ginseng extract. First off, this facial scrub smells amazing. Like, I opened up the tube and squirted a little bit in my hand and immediately was met with the most lovely walnut smell. And I love like walnut and almond smelling things. It just smells good to me. I just want to sniff it more. A little of this product goes a very long way, and it does have grit to it, and the grit is not super fine. It does have a lot of grit to it. So you really only need a little bit, and it melts with the heat of your fingers. And I put this on that night and scrubbed the crap out of my face just to try and get whatever that foundation was picking up off of my skin. And afterwards, my skin felt so good. I didn't want to test it out with that foundation the next day because I was just ticked off about what the foundation looked like. But this I will keep. I will buy it in a bigger one, and I will add it into my weekly face routine because, well, first of all, I just wanted to like eat it because it smelled so good, but I don't know, it's definitely a good exfoliator, and I don't know, it will work really well. And I'm gonna look at my phone for a second. 2 planning products. I intend on making a planner video. I have a friend online who has done her planner, and Marissa has done one, and I have told her I will do a planner video. I had done a bullet journal for a while and bought a Filofax. And I bought this glorious Robin's Egg Blue A6 size Filofax. And I'm in love with this. So I've been trying to transition over to the Filofax and away from the bullet journal. And I have still kind of, I haven't figured out what I'm going to use the bullet journal for, because I do like the bullet journal. It's just, it takes me so much time to set it up that I find I use all of my energy on setting it up, and then I have no energy left to actually use it. So this is like set it up and then be done. But it's a great, I mean, the A6 is a big size. So I know that a lot of people like the personal size planners, but I do like my A6 size because I'm not, right now, I'm not so busy that I'm having to, you know, carry a planner with me around. I do love this, and the color just, the color makes me happy again. I don't know, but I bought inserts for it. I got rid of the inserts that came with the Filofax. I kept a couple of them. Like I kept the notes section and the contacts pages, but other than that, I just got rid of the ones that came with them, because the reason why I had kept from using Filofax before was because the inserts and things just did not do what I wanted from a planner, which is why I'd use a bullet journal in the first place. But then I realized that you can go on Etsy and buy inserts that do anything you want them to do. So I went on there and I bought from PT Paper these amazing inserts. And the one I'm really going to talk about that I put in my favorites is my habit tracker. And I'm just trying to open up to my habit tracker for January and not, well, no, I'll show you February's. It's not filled in all the way, but I'm gonna try and lift it up so you can see. So this is my habit tracker. So I have picked my habits, and I have the habits listed on the side, and then I just put a little squiggle in the box for the day that I've actually done the habit that I'm working on. I will eventually do, like I said, a planner video where I'll go through the whole thing. The habit tracker has been great for me because it's helping me to, with intention, pick things that I want to focus on every day. So I've really gone through and tried to pick self-care things that are really important to me right now and pick them on there. Tasks that I really want to make sure I'm focusing on, but I've also added things that just make me happy that I can tick them off every day, so that I'm not just constantly looking at it and going, oh, my habit tracker's empty, I didn't do anything. I want to make sure I have things on there that are just going to make me happy to put on there. So, you know, for example, I have, you know, what time I get up in the morning. I also have that I read the Bible. I have things like that I tracked my points for Weight Watchers for the day, or that I posted on Instagram for my blog, or that I wrote down my gratitude for the day, or that I did my AM skincare, my PM skincare. So I have assorted things on here. And I loved the style of the PT Planner inserts. I like the font that she uses on her inserts. And I just have a bunch. So I have my daily ones and I have weekly. I have bill trackers and important pages, and there are a lot of inserts for planners on Etsy. It's almost overwhelming how many there are. So it really, I spent a lot of time browsing, trying to figure out which ones I wanted. And I'm happy with the ones that I picked out. I have a couple pages that I would still like to get to make my planner do for me what I really want it to do, to get all the pages that I had on my bullet journal. To recreate it completely, I still have a ways to go, but it is getting there, and I'm happy with the way it looks right now, and it makes me happy when I open it up because it's beautiful. I have wine glasses, which might sound a little silly, but I bought these wine glasses from Nordstrom, and this is one of those Instagram made me buy it things, because I cannot remember who showed these wine glasses in their Insta story, and I immediately went to Nordstrom. They showed a different color than what I have, but when I noticed that they came in this color, I bought them immediately. They're beautiful, and they make me happy, and I know that they are still for sale because my husband broke one this weekend, and I just bought a second set of them so that I will still have at least 4 wine glasses. So they look like this, and they are gorgeous. These have, like, the bottom of it is a coppery kind of, it almost looks rose gold and not copper, but it is definitely copper, and that's what this one's called. They come in gold, and I think there's a silver, and then the brand also has ones that have like little polka dots on the bottom of them, but they're nice. They're stemless wine glasses, but they have some heft to them that the stemless wine glasses that I had before just don't have. So they're definitely well-made, nice wine glasses, and they just look snazzy. I don't know. I've never been so happy with a wine glass before, and they look gorgeous sitting on top of my wine rack, and I love them. So they're my January favorites. I can't remember the brand off the top of my head, but I will have a link to them in the bottom of the video. I have a book. Now, I blog about my books. There have been a couple books that I've read that I have not blogged about. There was one that I read in January that I was really excited about and did not like. So I didn't blog about it because I'm not really sure if it was just me. My favorite book for January so far. So this is an example of what the cover of it looks like, if you can see it on my phone. It's called Appetite, and it's by Anita Cassidy. And this book just blew my mind. I have a full review for it on the blog if you want to give it a read. You need to read this book. I wanted it to be a book club selection because I really wanted my friends to read it, like my old book club in North Dakota, so that I could just pick a bunch of people's brains, because it is really a book about unfulfilled desire and hunger and how it manifests in your life in unproductive ways, from overeating to sex. It's just a really deep book wrapped up in stuff that everybody can relate to in one way, shape, or another. I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. That is definitely a good read. By far my January favorite when it comes to literature. And I think the last things I have for my January favorites, I have 2 YouTube channels that I would love for you to check out. You know I'm a fan of especially beauty channels on YouTube. I watch them all the time. I have favorites that I have notifications on my phone, and as soon as it tells me that they posted a new video, I am taking notes of things that I want to buy and check out. And I have found 2 new channels that you definitely should check out. One of them is called Matilda, and she is in Australia, and her videos are so cool. She does this thing where they're almost like on a whiteboard. It is set up so different from any of the beauty channels that I've watched regularly that it's almost refreshing because it looks so different. You're really just seeing the products. I don't know, it's just neat. And she's reviewing things that are different than what everybody else is, probably because she is in Australia, and I don't know, I just immediately thought I want to watch more of her stuff. So Matilda's channel, I'll have the link down below. You definitely need to check it out. And the other channel that I want to send you to it's called What Kate Finds. And this lady, well, she makes me laugh. Her videos are cool. She does makeup, and I don't want to say she's hardcore into capsule wardrobes or minimalism or anything like that, but she is kind of into it, which I really like because I too am kind of fascinated by that. Although clearly, judging by me talking about purchasing makeup and skincare products, I'm not 100% behind minimalism or completely paring down everything in my house. And although I am a hoarder of cosmetics and skincare products, for the most part, I really find the concept fascinating, and would love to be able to curate, a wardrobe that just filled me with joy, and where every piece kind of went together, and I could open it up and grab, exactly what I needed, and didn't have to wade through all the crap that I'm not gonna wear and I don't like. So I don't know, I just find it all fascinating. And this woman's channel and her Instagram and her Insta stories and her YouTube videos are just great. And she's once again reviewing different products than it seems like everybody else is reviewing, and I don't know, she makes me laugh. And I really like videos right now that are really positive and funny. I'm enjoying clever people on YouTube right now, so I don't know, I like her channel. But that's my favorites for January, and hopefully all of this looks somewhat cohesive, since I have had to restart my camera 3 times because I ramble too much. I will try and, like I said, have links down below of everything that I've mentioned in the video. Basically, if there's anything that you loved in January, please leave a comment below so that I can check it out, because I'm always looking for something new to support and waste my time on. I hope everybody had a great January, and I hope your February is off to an amazing start. And if you liked the video, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. I will have a new video for you soon, and hope you enjoy it. Talk to you soon. Bye.